Shoo! I don't know what these bags are for.
You said that right as I loaded in, I just saw the bags all over the place. And I was like, oh, it is
Is
poop.
there something in the bag? There's nothing in the bag. Do you, like, keep score with the bags? Are they just there for, like, decoration? I don't know.
I don't
Anyway,
know. I'm digging the pit up.
this is a yeah, this is a bowling alley. So the way this works is like you run down through the pins on the side, and the flick function. Like I was gonna try to do this, but I play tested it a while back, and it was super difficult because like you had to hurl the ball and like it was weird. But now we have the flick functionality added into Tabletop Simulator. Thank you, people making Tabletop Simulator, for continuing to support this and update it and make it even cooler. And also new backgrounds. Check out the new background, people. Watch this.
Yeah,
We're in
and
church. Yeah.
looks like kind of like an Orthodox church or a Catholic church.
Yeah,
It's
something
very
old
shiny.
school. Anyway, we're bowling in church. Like everybody's like, shh. We're like, strike. um. So anyway, everyone knows how to play bowling. Should we keep like score or something? Jeez, I don't wanna.
That's what it looks like these cards are for.
Ah, but you can't write on the card.
You
Can
move
you?
the pawn to where you're at, or what your score is.
Oh, look at that. I like that. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's like a little. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got it. Oh man, that's genius. That's the best part about this, Tony. Forget about everything else. Like the little pawn-based moving scoreboard where it like is in a circle. That's cool. Which side do you want?
I'm over here already, so I'll take the green side
Let me look for where
and
you're at. You have
look
a
for the green.
green pawn?
Yeah.
Uh, oh, there you are. Okay, I'll be purple, I guess.
All right.
Going along with my
Should we be going
It's
simo
really
or should
difficult
we
to
be
get the
watching?
angles on this.
If you just use the WASD, you can get
Oh,
a
I
much
am,
better
but I'm
angle.
just saying. All right, so left to right. You'll start over here on this pin. I'm gonna switch to flick. Oh, I guess we have to switch back and forth.
Yeah.
Let's see. F1 is hand, and
Whoa, come back.
F5 or
No.
F6? Is that F6, Tony? I want to see.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, F6 is flick.
Whoop. Oh
Where
yeah.
did my
Okay.
ball go? It went rolling away.
Well, you can steal one from one of the other
All right.
doodads, I guess. Nobody else is playing. This is for potentially 4 players, but we're playing with 1. So.
All right.
All right. So Tony taking the first shot.
You know what the best part of bowling is?
The part where it's a tabletop game?
The part where everybody's like dancing and trying to like influence the ball through weird motion.
Yes, I've done that myself many times.
I have. It's kind of a like I don't think you could really stop it. Dang it!
Oh, I used to do that with video games.
Did
I
that
think
just
I'm.
automatically put our pins? Yeah, that's what it does. That's why there's so many there. If the pin goes off the board, it goes into one of the into the
Oh,
bags.
nice. All right.
That's
Well,
just
you have a.
awesome.
However many is less than 3. How many did you start with? 9?
I think there's 10 pins.
No, it's 9 because there was a wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 9 because there was a whole like. Do you know why we played 9-pin bowling in America, Brentley?
Why's that?
Or Tony? I'm sorry, you're not Brentley. Brentley's not here today. Because that way back in like the 1700s, there was a piece of legislation introduced because bowling was seen as kind of a sin. You know, it was bad business. Are you gonna flick your ball or what? I'm just talking while I'm
I'm
waiting for you.
flicking. I was just
Flick your
perplexed.
balls.
Spare.
Spare. I don't know how that scores. Let's just
I-
like pretend like it's just straight the number of pins that you get.
All right, we can do that.
Anyway, all right, here I go over to my little lane here. Gonna get ready. I'm using the pink ball to start with, as
Pink?
is my wont.
All right, explain to me how this could possibly be sinful, except for the fact that the pins are phallic.
I think there might have been like some betting involved.
I see.
Stop moving. I think that was the main deal, and So anyway, they outlawed bowling, but they didn't think to. Well, this is an actual extra level of difficulty. The bowl. Oh, really?
Gutter ball.
I hit the pins and everything. That never happens in bowling. Like you never get the ball all the way down to the end, and then not have it knock something over.
Yeah, that'd be some impressive.
Yeah, that would
some
actually be
impressive
like
pins.
skillful. All right, I'm gonna back up further. Really get the flicker going.
A few days ago, whenever I went bowling, and there was a guy practicing his trick shots.
Why does the ball roll? Sorry. Go ahead.
He was practicing some trick shots where he had a woman standing out in the or sitting on a chair out in the middle of the lane, and he was doing the whole hook shot thing.
Yes.
Damn, that was a nice recovery. Make sure you knock those off.
Did I knock the ones off next to it? Oh, put them into the. I got you. Okay,
Yeah, that
hold
way
on.
they go in the bag. There we go.
I never finished the story about the bowling thing. All right, so what they did was they outlawed bowling back in the day, right? But they outlawed like specifically 10-pin bowling. And so to get around it, they just removed one pin and rearranged them. And so now we have 9-pin bowling in America.
That's interesting. I've still never seen 9-pin. It's all been 10-pin out here.
This is 9 pins, Tony. Count them up.
Talking about real bowling.
This is how real bowling works. Are you saying that they don't do bowling like this in Colorado? Man, I'm seeing an issue here. I feel like maybe we should set a limit to how far back you can pull the flicker.
I think we also might need to just start rolling the ball, like, because that might add.
You see how hard that is? You see how hard that is? I tried.
It's a little hard.
Yeah.
Here,
we don't want to do things that are difficult. Jeez.
I'm gonna try it on one of these side ones real quick and just see what happens.
You see what happens.
All right.
Where are you at? Okay, here he goes. I'm coming over here to look at you. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? See how that works?
I nudged one.
And then you end up dropping it on the middle of the... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting like weird frame rate issues because of how many things are on this table.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It's just, I can see why we have to flick.
Yeah.
Maybe we should say you got to be on the back line.
Maybe we should say that you can't pull it back further than like 5 or something.
All right, let's do that.
Because it gives you a little number when you're pulling back, right?
Yeah, otherwise you're going like 17.
See what the number is. And that way it's somewhat skill-based. All right, I'm going to go. Here I go.
All right, I'm going to update my score.
I have not updated mine.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I wonder if I should turn up gravity. I wish this thing wouldn't roll around so much.
How does he 0G bowling?
I mean, that is actually theoretically possible, and given this, alright, so I'm going down to about a 6.3. Boosh. Well, that was not nearly enough.
Not enough. You get to retry that.
Okay. Clearly, I've playtested this extensively, Tony. I just assumed that it would be like, I didn't realize that you could just overpower everything with the flick thing. Alright, let's go to 10.
Yeah.
That seems like a good compromise. Yes, alright, 10 is amazing. 10 is perfect. Still some skill involved there.
I love this bowling alley.
It is cool. I haven't been bowling in forever, man. I need to go. Oh, that's more than 10. Here we go. And... Yes! That's a spare.
On Sunday mornings, you can rent a lane for like $15 and pretty much use it all morning. You gotta get up at like 6 in the morning on a Sunday, though.
Oh, because everybody's already there? It's like a first come, first serve kind of thing?
And it only lasts from like 6 till 9.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a good promotion, but...
Well, have you ever, like, out here, bowling's just super expensive. That's actually your side, not mine.
I can't imagine getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do bowling.
I've done it a few times back whenever I was, like, training and trying to become a bowler.
I mean, I guess if that... Professionally, yes, I can understand that. But, like, for fun, I can't imagine getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do much of anything.
Yeah.
No. You pulled back too hard.
That was funny. I flicked it whenever it was off the table.
That counts as a gutter ball.
Mostly because it took me so damn long to figure out how far 10 was. All right. 10 even.
Daggum. That's tough.
Yeah, it is. Definitely adds a little bit more
I
realism.
was kidding about the gutter ball. If you want to take another shot, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to go ahead and
I
throw
was
this guy.
working to steal someone else's ball.
I'm going to go throw this guy off the back here.
All right.
Whee!
And 10. Oh.
Aha! First one not to knock down all their pins, Tony. That's what you are.
Instead of a scoring system, let's just leave those pins up there.
That's a good idea, too. There are so many good ideas in this. We're just full of them. We're just full of all the good ideas.
That's why we have a YouTube channel.
Purple balls.
That's why you're watching us. We take bowling ideas to the next level.
Oh, I can't see. There's my. Okay, yeah. 9.5.
I don't like the angle of your dangle.
Ah! I should try coming at it from the side next time.
Yeah, I tried a little bit with that.
I think that would be
slightly
good.
Offset.
Oop, I'll set it over here.
But yeah, the guy who was doing trick shots, he was like rolling it through a chair, like through the chair's legs, going so fast. It was like 24 miles an hour is how fast he was throwing it. They actually track it at the bowling alley I was at.
Oh yeah?
Like one time he hit the girl's the leg of the chair and sent the girl into the next lane.
And I missed one too. Is there a girl? Like, what girl is there? That's the most important part to me.
The girl who was sitting on the chair
Okay.
as he was throwing it down the
It needs to be an attractive girl in this situation. If it was not an attractive girl, then I'm going to imagine an attractive girl.
No, she was
I wasn't there.
She was a very, very cute brunette. Not a huge fan of the whole like nose piercing thing, like the septum piercing, but she pulled it off. Then she talked to me about Game of Thrones for like 30 minutes. So it was all good.
I'm just imagining you like standing on the bowling alley next to her, talking to her about Game of Thrones while he bowls through her legs.
I just walk out there.
Not a euphemism, by the way. That's my new name for my new sex position: bowling through the legs. I don't know what that would involve. Oh, that was a good one. I almost wonder if like it should be just a one-shot thing, because the one shot, like the second shot, almost always cleans them all up with the 10. But
yeah.
We've started out this way. We will continue this way. There's still a lot of bowling left to play. Oh wait, you're still going.
Yep.
What am I doing going over to my area? Get back over here, Albert. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm gonna screw this up. I don't feel it. It's not right. Pressure's on. Oh no.
No, there isn't. There's no pressure.
Okay.
You totally got it.
All right. I'm still down one pin. You might be right. Next time we do this, we would need it to be just the initial throw, I think.
Speaking of casual sexism, which we kind of sort of were, maybe not. Arguably talking about cute girls getting bowled through. Notice that the cute girl wasn't doing the bowling. How dare they?
Yeah, they can't grab a pin and go to town.
But GOG had a sale on Good Old Games, GOG, however you pronounce that. They had a sale on. You know what? No, I'm gonna go to do an angle shot, see if I can get a strike here. They had a sale on some games.
Get your flick open, just so you know. Hit F1.
No, I'm back. I got it.
Oh, there's a line.
It looked like it left a line for me too for a little bit, but
anyway, GOG.
Which I like their service a lot. They have some older stuff that Steam doesn't do.
Yeah, like whenever they were giving away Fallout and everything.
That was a whole deal, because like I think the people who made Fallout were actually about to. No, don't do that. Get in there. Phew. People who made Fallout were about to get bought out, and like right before they got bought out, they're like, "Hey, you can have our game for free." Like the original Fallouts, which I have and I haven't played yet. That's another thing that I might do. Let's play in at some point. But they had Shadowrun, like the original Shadowrun, and one of the screenshots is you like pointing a grenade launcher at a naked green-haired lady in the shower. I was like, this is the game that lets you shoot a grenade launcher at a naked lady in the shower. We just imagined
like a pretty incredible game.
Whoa! I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pick it up. I flicked one of the pins across the board. I was like, I want to play whatever game lets you shoot naked ladies in the shower that have no weapons. Like, she's just standing there like, like covering things up, and then you had a grenade launcher. I assume you could shoot it at her.
Fire!
Ooh.
That was poor.
That wasn't great, no. But yeah, so I'm gonna. I haven't actually played it yet. There are other people that you can kill. Although, like, that would be an interesting experiment to make a game where you kill nothing but defenseless women. I'm not advocating that by any means. I'm just saying, like, just to
Someone out
sort
there,
of.
if you want all the publicity in the world, that's your game. All you do is kill defenseless women. Okay, I cleaned up on that. That was a better second shot.
Again, I'm not saying that that's something people should do, or even that's a game that you would enjoy. I guess I'm coming at it from the perspective of the idea that if someone made a game like that, like, let's like, whoa, I keep losing balls.
Not a good thing to lose.
I think that. Oh, thank you. It wouldn't.
I'm here for.
I don't know. Like, I would almost not want to play. Like, I mean, I would really not want to play, but I think to sort of, it would be an interesting examination of like what a shooter is.
They just end up calling it like Gamergate or something like that.
I mean, how? Yes, you're full of good ideas today, Tony. Let's call it Gamergate, the game.
Where they just go after the social justice warriors.
I'm not even saying it needs to make a point. Maybe it needs to make a point, but I'm saying like show people. I guess where I'm coming from here is that I'm playing some shooters recently, and I keep getting to the point where I'm like, is this all that I do? I just shoot people? Like, where is the part where I do something or anything else besides shoot people in the head and die occasionally? And there just never shows up.
It's like the Contra style gameplay.
Like, you're killing people left and right. It was interested me, I guess, because when GTA first came out with its first person mode, like, people talked about how uncomfortable that made them. You know, and I'm interested to see if there is a point of empathy in video games. Does that make sense?
It does. Like I was thinking about that the other day, like just watching how much more brutal it is whenever it's through your own eyes.
Right. And so, not again, I propose this. I don't want anybody to think that I'm like interested, like that this is a great idea for a game to be killing women, but that, like, what is there a limit to what we will take and what we will stand for in a game? Like, as you know, I mean, everybody from the dawn of video games, practically, this Pong thing's way too dangerous and violent. We're not gonna stand for it. You know, there has always been that voice. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that has basically been, you know, people have been decrying video games for one reason or another for a while now. But the idea that, you know, that you could make a game that the mass majority of people would find objectionable to play. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's an idea worth
like
experimenting with.
The closest game you have with that is like Postal or something like that.
Yeah.
Like where you basically are going around and there's a few cops, but you're mostly just like killing people, peeing on them, that sort of thing.
I think cops are what makes the GTA experience the most so fun.
Yeah, if there wasn't like that force to counter out your rampages, it really wouldn't be a fun game.
Well, not only that, but just how over the top they are. Like, how ridiculously overpowered they, like, there's no city in the world where the cops are that ridiculous.
Yeah. Alright, try a slightly different angle. Get it back to 10. I was sitting at like 18. Oh!
I'm trying to knock down the next frame. That never happens in soccer. You hit the ball so hard, you knock down the next frame's balls, or pins as well.
I've had it where it goes into another lane. I've never had it where it got both.
To the future.
I could pretty much see my dad doing that. The way he throws a ball, it's like he just throws it with so much hatred. There's so much pain. Like whenever the pins hit, it's not like the little, oh, they fell over. It's like, oh, they exploded upwards into the machine.
He's helping them along on their merry journey.
Yeah.
Pew! Man, Tony.
Got, like, I think I'm up by 2.
Yeah, you are. You better flub something here really quick.
I gotta keep my record intact for this.
This is not even a board game. This is stretching the limits. Like, it's Tabletop Simulator. We're not even on the tabletop. All this stuff is off the tabletop. Get back, get back, get back. No. Ah!
I'm trying to win in the writers arena right now, and we had someone not show up for their story, just
Oh
won't
no.
contact us, no nothing. And so like we called all of our people. We're like, oh yeah, this is I we need someone will pay a little bit more, like short notice, etc. And then the person who like most intimidates me to write against shows up, and she's the one I have to go against.
Is it Ellie?
Now it's Lou Whitley.
Oh.
She wrote one of our best stories that's been on there so far, like the storm one.
I'm gonna have to go refresh my memory here after this because I'm not just saying the storm one is not jogging
Oh,
my
it
memory.
was. I remember it was one that covered
No!
your story.
Ah, I'm not doing well, Tony.
Oh, I could always screw it up. Let's see
You
here.
better hurry up and screw it up.
Hey, the Broncos colored.
3 pins left. You know, yeah, the Broncos aren't playing in the Super Bowl, Tony.
I know. I saw that.
I know you know. I didn't feel like that I was giving you some new information. Like you'd be like, wait a minute, seriously? They're not?
Oh, that was a bad one.
I I was aware that you were aware. I've just since it's topical right now, we're recording this on the Saturday before Super Bowl. The people who are gonna watch this know who won.
Or that, or they're living in a hole. And I don't want to be friends with you.
Yeah. I don't. There was a really great XKCD this week, this Friday actually, about the Super Bowl. And he's like, you know what? I don't care about sports, and sometimes like not caring about things is an empowering experience. But you know what I'm going to be doing this week at the Super Bowl? Listening to people, because sometimes people listen to me when I talk about stuff that they don't care about, and sometimes that's what friendship is about. And I was like, yeah, right on, XKCD stick guy. I'm not a big sports. I'm a casual sports fan. I'm a casual everything. Like I'm passionate about very little.
Yeah, you're passionate about movies.
I'm pretty passionate about movies. Yes.
Yeah. There's a few things I could name, but it's mostly like you don't really dabble in things that don't matter directly to your family, from what I can tell.
I feel like that should have been a better shot, Tony.
It looked like it was better. I had the same thing and mostly cleaned up.
Yeah, I'm basically resigning myself to lose. But no, but like gaming as well. So we're going to kind of bring it back around in the circle to gaming. Like, there are games that I enjoy playing, but I don't.
Oh, nice shot.
I'm not a gamer. You know, I don't like have that hardcore like. I'm definitely like taking this seriously, guys.
I used to when I had more time to do those sorts of things.
I guess that's probably helpful. What? Oh, my fingers were off the WASD. I kept hitting caps lock. I was like, why am I not moving?
WASD. I remember the first time I started using like the WASD instead of the controls. I'm like, wow, this is so much more comfortable.
Really, I hated it. Because the W and the S are slightly offline with each other, and that really gave me fits the first few times that I tried it.
I could see that, but like it must have just been that I was tired of looking all like scrunched over.
I remember, okay, so back in the day, I played Descent, and I had a setup for Descent where I was using one of those giant keyboards. So I had the number pad on the side with the arrows instead of just like the little arrow buttons like we have now.
Yeah.
And my setup for Descent was A and Z were forward and back, and then the number pad moved me around, like the arrows on the number pad, and then the center button was my fire lasers button. What are you doing? Oh, you left. No, okay, you got everything.
Yeah. All right, it comes down to this frame.
To this day, is that the last one?
Oh.
I've got 2 more.
By a few. Okay. Yeah.
You could totally flub it, Tony. Frame. You could get a gutter ball. You don't know. You don't know. You could pull a, you know, what's their faces in the Super Bowl last year? Your guys, Broncos. It was not a good time.
No, it was not.
They did much more respectably against the Seahawks. Wait, was it no? Who played against the Seahawks to get to the Super Bowl?
The Packers.
Packers. That was a good game, man.
That was an insane game. Like, just watching the ending of that, like, I was about to walk out, like, and just go get some food and everything because I thought it was so over, and then things just went insane. Right now, there's someone in Wisconsin that just turned off the video.
Well, I'm not saying like, yeah, you guys suck. You should have lost. Not where I'm going at all. I just, you know, it was an intense game. Even the parts where like the Packers were. Where did I? Okay, I got out. Oh, I'm off the WASD again. even the parts where the Packers were, were winning, like the defense, like both teams are so strong on the defense, man. Like
That was like those are the old school games that I really like. That I just kind of defensive battle, and then occasionally the offense breaks through.
and you'd see like those plays where like the guy would catch it, he would run into the defenders, right? They would be pushing him back, but he's not down, and then his team would come back like a train, like a plow or something, just boosh, just like push him forward like 4 or 5 more yards.
That was my favorite thing to do as an offensive lineman. Like you just see a pile up, and then you've got, oh, say 10, 15 yards in front of you, and you just run as fast as you can, and you're like giggling because you know it's coming, and you just slam everybody in the back and push the pile 3 yards forward.
I
It's
mean,
one of my
I don't.
most favorite
Maybe I'm
things.
dumb to be amazed by that, because I don't watch enough football or whatever. But like that to me was just like, wow, these guys are intense. Oh, he left one
Yeah.
standing. I still don't have a chance, do I? Nope. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna still bowl my last frame, Tony. I'm still
Yeah,
gonna
because
bowl it
it's
like a good sport.
3 to 4, or yeah, you've got 5, I've got 3.
All right.
Man, I need to bowl like this in real life.
Yeah.
The
At
most
least
I've
we
ever gotten
tweaked the
like was a
rules so we weren't just
175.
blasting down the pins. You like pull the
Yeah.
flicker back all the way across the board. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see. Watch this. Screw the rules. I have money.
Watch you just miss.
No, I'm gonna get it. All right, we're at let's go to 69 for the fun of it.
69.
69.5. Boosh!
Damn.
Yes! I don't win, but I have
All right.
fun, so that's what's
Wait.
important.
What you need to do is you need to get a camera angle behind the pins, and I'll do like the 60, and
Okay.
just have
Okay.
it explode outward.
I am over here by
I see your head.
Okay, hold on. Oh, what? Nope, nope, nope.
I don't
Nope.
know if you can get that angle.
I'm working on it. I'm getting closer. They are. I don't know if I can get that low to the ground, Tony.
Ah, do it right from above then.
All right, I've got my. This is the one I'm videoing.
All right.
Blow them away.
I gotta get zoomed out.
Oh no!
And
Oh no! What did you do?
I was
You
too
missed!
I was too far away. I couldn't see it. All right.
You
Attempt
took
number
one
2.
pin.
Attempt number 2. All right.
Well,
You
we're
see
over
where the
here.
ball-
Or do I need to move? Let's just keep doing this one.
Okay.
You have 2 bowls, Tony. I'm counting this as a moral victory. I went to 69 and got mine knocked down.
All right.
Woo!
There we go. All right.
And that is all for Tabletop Simulator Bowling. Good job, Tony. Once again, handing my butt to me on a platter in a game that is not a tabletop game, or technically even actually bowling.
If you guys like these videos, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment, all that good stuff. We will be back soon with probably more Universalis.
Probably. I've got some other stuff in the bag too, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
And if you got any requests, put those in the comments too.
Yes, if you are a Tabletop Simulator fan and you'd like to see us play a game that we've been keeping it out of the copyright area. So if you have if there are original games that you would like to see us play, we would appreciate that. We may eventually do some copyright stuff, but right now I like the stuff people are coming up with and experimenting with the physics engine and all that fun junk. So laters.
Have a good one.